And welcome back, hardcore gamers. Welcome to Rothmers Brawler, the hardcore experience on an increased difficulty on all the things online. So essentially, since I last played, all I've done is moved over to this handkerchief, this filthy hobbit handkerchief that he's just lost. So I need to find his handkerchief for him. And there's a copper deposit just there. For my hardcore challenge, if you just look in the description, there's essentially the rules for this account. Essentially, as much to do the game solo. The odd group content's fine, but as much solo as possible. So where do we get to? The last episode, we helped this little town out just in front of us. This kind of hobbit hillside town. I believe it was called. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that. It's Glyn Helug, and as well as we helped this town called Lintrev with their multiple problems. We started doing the main story, which essentially got us to rally these towns together, and they now suspect that all of the wizards, not just Saruman, Saruman, are corrupted. So they want us to find evidence of these Urukai. What I'm doing right now, so I'm going to go down here to this corrupted tree for the hobbits in this town that we've just walked past. They're essentially scared that this corruption might lead to their town. The fact that their town has a load of trees around them, yeah, I would also be scared. I hear something. I thought I was meant to get attacked. Okay, not complaining. I'm going to go hand these two quests back in. I'm not too worried about that bird. As you saw at the beginning of this as well, I didn't bother mining that copper node because I'm done with mining copper for the time being. I've got all the items I need and the proficiency I've acquired, so now I'm going to wait till I get barrow iron and then I'll start mining again. The barrow iron is the next journeyman just here. I can get barrow iron. Let's give this guy his handkerchief back.
Oh, how very odd. Have you been to the edge of the nearby cliffs yet?
It's a heavy hanky. I don't really want to know what he's doing to that hanky, to be quite honest. And he wants me to go speak to his friend who's by the cliff. Cliffs are my worst nightmare, just because if I fall off a cliff, both IRL and in-game, that's going to be both lives over. So I tend to avoid them. I treat life how I treat my game. I treat life as if it's a hardcore. If I die, then I may as well be deleted. Now this vista's absolutely gorgeous. Now it's daytime, you can see everything. Yeah, that's a little hill by the Brigade Hill Fort. See another Brigade Hill Fort with the treasure chest. It's a nice little kind of vista down there. There's the old southern road coming across here. That's stunning. You just about make out the Elven town or the Elven city, the ruined Elven city just there. You find a lookout spot. There you go, that'll do. Some of these Hobbit quests are really quite monotonous. I won't be doing the Shire, or if I do, it won't be on a recording because the Shire is very, very boring, in my opinion. I don't really enjoy doing fetch quests or continually running around in circles. And that's a good reason to do it. But I don't think the Shire was very well implemented in the game. Once again, it's just my opinion. I'm probably going to be wrong in my opinion. I just think there's a little bit too much running back and forth, back and forth. Just going to grab this kite fabric from behind this house. Just trying to make the house fly away like an Up. It's a film I've not seen in a very long time. Might watch it again. Here we go, some very angry birds. I don't know why these birds are so angry. Well, who hurt them? This is quite an interesting little spot down here. So if I I'll show you something which you could potentially fall foul of this. As you come across this river, you're meant to go and grab this last bit, this fallen branch. Why he needs this one particular branch, I'm not too sure. But he wants this one fallen branch. If you walk just over here, which I'll show you. You walk just this way. I'll collect that again in a second. Here we go. So I'm instantly in a very high level zone. Just a dangerous place. It's safe, don't get me wrong, it's a safe area because it says another little kind of like a hobbit area. However, just here to the south is the exit to the area, which I can't because I need to run up the sheer cliff. But there, I believe it's like level 50 mobs just the other side of that hill. So yeah. So if you're trying to go exploring, I wouldn't recommend exploring this direction at least, because you have a chance to get one shot by these mobs. I think they can even spawn on this hill up here as well, so just be careful. Just thought it was a bit strange that you can just it makes sense you can freely walk into it because there's nothing physically stopping you from exploring. It's just a bit dangerous. And as a hardcore, I try to avoid the danger. Right, let's go hand this back in to the... is it Adan? Yes, let's hand this back into him. This hobbit is now set up shop just on top of this rock. Annoyingly, it's on top of a cliff, and obviously I dislike cliffs.
Took too long, and I got hungry, and...
So I took too long and he got hungry. So now he's having a picnic rather than flying his kite. Fine by me. Because I don't have to go pick up either his remains or parts of his kite. So now I'm heading back to hand in this quest with the corrupted tree. We run through these bushes at very close visual range. It's not too far to run. How many walks do I need? So this zone has 3 Slayer deeds. One to kill these outlaws, one to kill wargs, and another one to kill the Urukai. So I've not done either 3 of those. There is a good spot for wargs later on, which one of these quests will take me. This quest here will take me there. Essentially a big den full of wargs which you can just slaughter. They spawn relatively quickly as well. So I'll probably sit there and get that completed. So now I need to go further into the forest. I'm going to check this town here as well, Lintrev. Just to double check that I've not missed a quest. So I checked the town, I didn't have any missing quests. So this is what we're looking for. There's a corrupted beast just here. I'm not too worried about him. There you go, corrupted beast down. And now I have to return. Prior to returning, just going to quickly run up here. There's a treasure cache just up here. So Joe mentioned about the cliffs in the last episode. This is where this cliff line along here is a full dead to guaranteed death. So you kind of have to be careful running along here. If you stay to the left of the cliff, look in this direction, you're fine. If you try and shortcut and jump over those rocks, you could fall to your death, which is not ideal at all. So your head's just up here on the left. Sorry for the bad camera angle. There's a lot of trees. Essentially, you just want to climb this, like this hill just here. It may look like you're going nowhere, but it's just on this ledge, just where this green meets the brown on the mini-map, or the map. You'll see it. Just up here. There's the treasure cache. What do we get from this one? So you got power potion, and that's really it. Fine. Nothing special, nothing that we really actually need. I can take my anger out on this boar. There you go, anger gone. While you're running through this foliage, because this is where I have lost a character before, just running down this foliage. In auto run, just thinking I'll be fine. I can see where my quest on my mini-map wants to take me. It's like the town is directly that side of the river, of the gorge. And you can actually, if you run at this at the right angle, and you auto run in, you actually get enough momentum to land over there, if you're on a horse. But you will be dead. So, it's just a sad memory that I've lost a burglar doing that there. Maybe one day I'll try a burglar again on hardcore, but that day is not today. So that's me returning to the village. Managed to make it around and use the bridges rather than jumping off cliffs. There you go. So now they just want me to go to this previous town, well, the town I was, Lintrev. I've done all the quests. This is why I checked the previous town. So I remember there being quests there, completely forgetting that you need to do this quest chain first. So now I'm going to make my way there. Swift travel, won't take too long. Because this next quest chain requires me to hunt down some spiders. And here we go. As we make our way into this little area. I'm enjoying this 10% extra movement speed out of combat. It is quite nice. There we go. So he's giving me some food, but then he also gives me a new quest. So he wants me to go kill some spiders within the Cobb's Hollow. Maybe the Cobb's Hollow was an old part of like this delving, kind of like the Shire. I think it's an old set of like hobbit homes that was there. Essentially, long story short, I just need to go down there and eradicate some spiders. I'll get there as soon as I can. So now we've reached Cobb's Hollow. You can tell we've reached a area of kind of corruption because all the trees are dying and there is spiders everywhere. Load of spidey boys, load of webs. So I'll clear my way through this area. There is another quest here. I don't know if I picked it up. I have not picked it up. There's another quest here where you have to pick up some corrupted herbs. But it's not the end of the world, so now I have to come back in. So as soon as I hand this one in, I have to come back. So these queens have an interesting mechanic to them. It's a bit annoying. But while you fight them, they'll essentially do an AoE kind of a call, a kind of taunt. And all nearby spiders will come and assist her. So this can turn a very normal situation to a bit of a sticky situation if you have no AoE. Or if you have no kind of quick burst damage. So some classes may struggle with kind of fighting these queens. Particularly, like, I know a burglar would struggle because you don't have a huge amount of AoE at low level. There you go, that cocoon gave us a new helmet. It's not as good as what I've got. Fine. Cocoona Matata. A wonderful phrase. You make sure you use Brash Invitation more often. It gives me free metal. I kind of wanted to aggro that's queen, to be honest. Here we go. Up the big deeps. Oh, she only aggroed one. There you go, that's all that cleared away. We're making our way back to town. So that was just the first half of this chain. He wants me to go back and kill the corrupted Spider Queen. Just over here was another quest for Corruan. I have to go and collect some flowers, some corrupted flowers. Just means I have to do this journey another time after this, for the second part of this cleansing quest. But it's not the end of the world. And just like that, back to Cobb's Hollow. Here we are, just returning to Cobb's Hollow. Just want to start grabbing some of these wild flowers. These spiders are quite aggressive, so as soon as I go near a spider, they might come after me. You can see, normally you can tell by the mini-map what mobs are aggressive, what mobs aren't. So if the mobs show up red on the mini-map, they're going to be aggressive to you if you get too close. It tends to be the rule of thumb I use. I believe it's roughly correct. I could be wrong. Could be proven very wrong here, but... There we go. Grab another cocoon, let's see what we get. Oh, essentially junk. Fine. Grab some more of these. Yeah, should have brought a couple towards me. Yeah, there we go. Great. Just pump my buffs just in case. Use my joy of battle. There we go. Just going to mop these up now. Always play it safe. Just pop your cooldowns. If you're in a sticky situation, always fine. Just pop cooldowns. What's the worst that can happen? You have to wait for them to come off cooldown. Rather than come off cooldown than me not being able to respawn. Normally in instances and bosses as well, I do exactly the same. If in doubt, or if you need to pump a little bit more DPS, just pop the cooldowns. There we go. She's aggroed another one of the two of her weavers. It's fine by me. Oh, actually aggroed the corrupted queen as well. I'm going to take out the little ones first. There we go. It's me and the corrupted queen now. There you go, corrupted queen down. So Corrupted Queen also, just same as the other normal queens, she will aggro, she'll pull in other mobs as well. So if you're not prepared, you can have a good few spiders charging at you once. I don't really need to fight that, so I won't. Okay, so on the map, when you start to collect some of these and you only have a couple left, they will actually appear on your world map of where they are, which is quite good. Sometimes some quests won't even do that, so it'll give you a huge radius of an area to collect a certain item, but you've collected them all and there's one that's hidden away somewhere in like a nook or a corner, which will make your day a living hell trying to find it. Just a nice little addition they've added to some of the quests now. I don't know when they added it, at least I've only ever got as far as Mirkwood, which is level, I think it's level 80, and the level cap is 140, so I'm far from an expert on this game. Probably an expert of the starting areas, but not of the late game. So I'm expecting a lot of mistakes to happen when I get to Mirkwood and Moria, because I haven't done those bits of content as much. There you go, and grab this last one. And essentially retreat out of here. And away we go. So I can run all the way from down here back up to Lintrev. It's not too much of a run. But I'll see you shortly. And now we've returned back to Lintrev. We've just got these 2 quests to hand in from essentially slaughtering the spider population of this area.
What do you need?
Which is fine by me. I'm not a big fan of spiders. Anything with more legs than 2 always scare me a little bit. Even dogs and cats. And I just need to grind up the concoction of those herbs I just picked up. This is a nice and quick quest, this, you know. Now, fine powder, so I give it back to her. Now I'll mix it in the bowl. Shouldn't take too long. Once it's done, then I have to go and spread this kind of concoction, this potion around. So I've got every bloody trait under the world, under the sun.
You have done well.
There you go. Now I need to find a suitable place to pour this, which is not. It's just outside Rot's Hollow. Or Rot's Hollow. It's not too far away. It's just roughly where those cliffs are directly ahead. Yeah, that's actually where it is. You can see that waterfall just there. So I'm itching my leg while playing. So I'm just playing with one hand. So I'm trying to avoid combat as well with one hand. Run, Rothmer, run! But I'm sure I'm not too worried about a single bird chasing me. And he's just lost aggro. Fine. Yeah, so we just need to where we saw the cutted bear earlier. That's where we're going to drop this this healing route, this healing vial, which is directly ahead. It's epic combat music for me being chased by a single bird. It's just over there. Guys, reflections in this and the water is really good in this game. Shame the water just looks so still. It'd be nice to have some like ripples or some kind of like water effects that's not involved by me, that's not affected by my movement. So it does look a bit flat. Needs a bit more of some more oomph to it, a bit more movement. Hey, it looks good for an old game, so I can't knock it for that. Here we go. It's a river toad. River toad, or should I say rivetin. This content's great. It should be just by these. Or it took me ages to find it in the first place. And now time to run back again. That's that quest handed in. I'm gonna go and mess around with these yokai, see if there is anyone on this road. Once I do that, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna start this little quest chain here. This quest chain essentially starts here. I do a couple quests here, move to here, do a couple quests here, then I head back to Clan Garan. And that'll put me in nicely for the rest of the story. That's the new intention. I'm gonna little peek around this hill over here, because you know what I love? I love a good vista. Look at that. So I'll be heading towards. Just let me get my bearings again. Should be this hill here. Should be where I'm heading towards for my next load of quests. It shouldn't take me too long to get there. Here we are passing along the old southern road. And here's the yokai which I was sent to have a look at. I have to quickly search them on the floor. See, they're obviously all slain. Now I'm just going to search their swords. Come on, let me pick up the sword. It's 2, this is the third sword. Now wants me to go back to Mossward's town centre. However, as I said, I'm going to head north here and start this little quest chain. It's quite a nice little quest chain. It kind of pushes you out of the town in Clan Garan. Push you out of the town, and then you just work the quest back to the town. Then you do like a mini instance quest when you get to the town. So it's quite a good little quest chain. Quite enjoyable for what it's worth. But I have out-leveled it just a tad. And here we are. You speak to Iluna. Iluna Matata.
Nice of you to finally arrive.
It should give me 3 quests. It tells me to go do 3 quests. One of them is to collect some amethysts from these junk piles just to the north, which these wargs are guarding. This quest just ahead of me will tell me to eradicate a load of wargs. There's a final quest down the hill, which is to collect water samples.
Take down a few wargs.
Yeah, there you go. Take out some wargs. Relatively simple, just eradicate if you can see. Oh, completed a class deed just there. Long distance fling. That's pretty good. Okay. So these are the amethyst is inside these like coloured dung piles. You need to go collect them. I may as well eradicate as many wargs as possible. I need it for my Slayer deed anyway. I need another 22 now for at least the basic one, and then I know there's an advanced one. So this is 30. My advanced one's probably going to be either 40 or 60. So the more I get here, the easier it'll be later on. Just keep jabbing everyone until they go down. Yeah, so the nightshade picked up. Clear all these wargs out as well. So what I normally do in this area is I do all these wargs. I go down there and do the 3rd quest of this 3, which is essentially some water samples. Then as I come back, all these wargs would have respawned, and I kill them a 2nd time. That's normally at least the 1st Slayer deed done. I'm hoping I can get that done as well, because there was a guy killing them just down the bottom. That's why I avoided going down there. Didn't want to obstruct him. I don't like stealing other people's kills or loot if I can help it. It's a weird shrine. Very weird shrine. That's a human, kind of like a Gondorian helmet. Strange. They add these little kind of flares into the game. It'd be nice to actually get some random bits of lore. So I'm a huge fiend for my lore. When I'm at work, all I do is listen to normally lore videos all day while I'm working. There you go. Stole this runekeeper's kills. He shall have a bow. Go, pack leaders down. How many more? So I need to another 12 after this, 11 more walks. So they should all respawn by the time I come back up there. Just have this quest down here. This person down here. Murig. Murig? Here we go, Murig. What you got for me? One down this river as well. I think there's one this side as well. Yes, there is. There's one just the other side as well. I have to go the long way to get the last ones. And there it is. It's quite interesting seeing this old kind of elven city here. We'll explore more of that later on. Just getting ahead of myself. Actually, to test all the water samples. Wonder if they got some pH paper, or are they just, getting me to drink it to test it. Apparently I put a paste in it. Sure, that's not good.
Perhaps when Margaret's bloody work is complete, the waters around Blood Hollow
Just
will become more palatable.
do wonder what scientific method they had back in the kind of like the Middle Earth kind of days. Or if there's an Einstein of the Tolkien world. Right, so time to take out a few more wargs. They would have just respawned, or some of them would have respawned at least. You can see my mini map, there's a load here, so do a quick another eradication of them. Should at least get the rank 1 Slayer completed. Probably not rank 2, but I'll make some headway towards it, at least. There we go, that's a few of them down. There you go, a few more wargs over here. Ooh. How many more wargs do I need now? 4 more, so after this one 3. Yeah, that's plenty. Some of these Slayer deeds are actually okay to do. There are some which are such a pain. I think Breland has sickle flies, which they don't spawn everywhere, and yeah, I think they only spawn in a couple around the map, around the swamps, Midgewater swamps, which is just a pain. Like every map has something that's difficult to get. This map would be the wargs, and this is the only place where they really spawn in number. Everywhere else they're kind of sparse. You're going to kill 1 or 2 of them, but it's not enough to make a big dent into the Slayer deed. But they do kind of refine the Slayer deeds going no further on to the later expand. Well, at least in Moria they refine it. So you're actually going to go kill a load of these mobs rather than it's just by chance you've killed a couple. And then just hand in this other quest over here. Now I've completed all 3 of this guy's or this lady's quests. She's going to push me over to the next kind of little mini quest hub, which will give me 3 more quests to do. There we go, Daryl. And there we go.
I grow concerned at her unexplained absence.
And then now I need to move over to the next kind of like little hub for him. Oh, I got some brushed medium leather, which means I can do some tailoring. Nice. That's a random drop from chests. It's quite a good drop, to be quite honest. I'm gonna go to mount up to speed this little part up. This is, although this is just a valley, the amount of effort that goes went into the valley, that can't be Isengard. That's so close. So that's directly southeast. It's got to be in here somewhere. It's got to be that. But I'm not looking at it. What's in this direction now? The Dunland? Is there anything in Dunland? No. Could that be Isengard? I don't know. That looks really close. It looks like it's just on top of that hill there. It could very well just be on top of that hill there, to be quite honest. Once we complete this area, we won't be coming back this way, because Cardolan is about level 30, 35, 32. South Downs as well. So I do those 2 zones. I do this zone, then Cardolan, and I'll see what level I am, because I'm going to be too low to do Enedreth, this area where I think that tower is. I'll be too low of a level to come here, but it'll be on there in about 2-3 weeks time. If I haven't gone to see Isengard yet to see what that tower is, someone yell at me, because I need it. I need to go. I need to see what it is. I'm really curious. That was a random flash. So I got flashbanged. Okay, this person has 2 quests for
What do
me.
you ask of me? Go fight in my stead. They'll find
Does it say what that was?
unless you give them someone else to worry about.
No. Okay. Just gonna build up some metal here. These guys are cool. They're from the Dragon Clan. It's quite a cool name. Don't know anything about the Dragon Clan, but it's a cool name. Just eradicate some of these. I don't know anything about these these types of warriors. Essentially these are humanoids. I don't know anything about these humanoids in this part of the world, in Cardolan. Something I probably need to look into because it's lore I don't know, and I love lore. Might look into it and see if there's a video or 2 online. If not, I could always make my own lore video. That'd be interesting. That's something which I have pondered. Be a bit of a lore master. I would never be as cool as Gandalf. I can give it a go. That'd be a project for one day, I guess. Not for today.
What do you ask of me?
But so that's me. It's level 15 now. Helm Crusher. This is a stun. I'm going to put my stun up here. 30-second cooldown. That's a really good stun.
Hunt ahead to draw the bulk of them away. We need you to split their forces.
So now I want to be able to sprint even faster out of combat. I want to be fast as F, boy. And so now I'm luring out one of their strongest warriors for a one-on-one fight. I think I just have to come up here and challenge him. I think it's just in these trees areas. Just here. It's a typical 1v1 on Rust kind of situation. Yeah, there he is. What's this? New male. And homeowners, fine. So I've got a quest item to do my class quest. I think it's every 15 levels you get a new class quest. So I will do that. I might actually do that after this quest. It's level 15. Yeah, I should be able to do it quite easily. As it's a instance, it doesn't take in the world's difficulty. So these class quests, they don't tend to be that difficult. And they tend to be quite interesting. The Warden ones tend to be quite fun. And I will get a good reward from it, so it's probably worth doing. Because this quest is now making me return to Clan Garan. As I'm returning there. Clan Garan. As I have to return there and then I'd go to Mosswood. I may as well go to Clan Garan, hand this in, go to Mosswood. Once I've gone to Mosswood, I can fast travel to Bree, West Bree. Once I'm West Bree, I can then do my story quest, which is just one pressing matter. So I believe that will be the best plan. So I can set my home teleport to Mosswood. So then I can get back to Mosswood even quicker as soon as my story quest is done. My deed. Say again, class quest. Yes, that's probably speedrun strats right there. It'll be easy speedy. I can't remember the speedrunner's name. But yeah. Haven't seen this town in a while. So it'd be nice to see me entering it again. And I hate the music in this town. So it's going to drive me crazy as soon as you enter it. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. I like this game's music style and music in general, but this is the worst. The worst by far.
Greetings. Welcome, traveler. What?
I turned the volume of this area almost down to 0 and it's still blaring into my ears. It's not peaceful either. It's the worst part. So just doing these quests for this town now. Now that we have essentially assisted them in getting their essentially warriors back. Now assist their warriors, we can now help the village. Talk to Margaret. Novice. This guy wants me to go and take some Avax out. Right. Talk to Margaret. Where's Margaret? I think she's up here. She is. Good. I can leave the town as soon as possible because this is painful. Margaret. So the only mission I've got left to do in this town is to go kill some Avanks, which are in these Wade Water. I'm leaving it for now because I know the main story goes there. So swift run to Mossward. Once I get to Mossward, straight to Westbury. Straight back on the horse. And from Westbury I could do pressing matters. So this will be the first time I will be travelling to Westbury or in Bree at all on this character. It's quite a big settlement. I don't know how much of the settlement is still live or still useful content. But back in the day you used to do a fair bit in Bree. But we'll see when we get there, I guess. So let's travel to Westbury. Yes. So all of the starting areas, you should be able to fast travel from that first starting area to all of the other starting areas. Or if you can't, you at least should be able to fast travel to Westbury, where you then be able to travel to the other starting areas. So if you don't like the dwarf starting area in Ered Luin, which I can see why people might not like it because it's a bit slow, you should be able to transport, I don't know, to Shire, where it's even worse of a leveling experience in my opinion. Archer, which is the man starting experience, is probably my favourite. Before the shadow is quite enjoyable. So I'm going to avoid the main part of Bree. I'm just going to try and speed round to the, what's it called? The stockades? The jail. That's what it's called, the jail. The jail will have my quest for me. Come on, Tiny, you're doing well. Looking forward to getting a new mount. Don't know when I'll be able to get one. I think there's a reputation quest or reputation reward for Bree. So when I finally get to this area in Bree, I'm going to talk to this guy and just unlock it. So when I get to this area in Bree, you can go to the Southern Downs North or South. You can get essentially reputation items, which you can essentially, you eat the item. Sounds stupid, but you have the item in your inventory, you right click it and you essentially absorb the influence and it gives you reputation. So I always say you eat the item to get the reputation with that faction. You can do that to get the Men of Bree faction reputation up. I think if you get their reputation to maximum, you can get a mount. But I may be wrong. If needs be, I may have to farm another reputation source just to get a mount. Because Tiny's okay, but he's not going to be the best. It's pressing matters. And that question. So he gives me some gauntlets. These gauntlets are almost, or is essentially double my damage. So that is very good. I've not found any good gauntlets as we've been going through. So that will be a huge increase. I'm already doing good damage now as it is. So me one-shotting a lot of these mobs will probably continue. Well, will not probably continue, will continue. So let's help this guy out with his little problem. Talk to him again. Let's travel. These are the private instances you can go into, and you'll see underneath my health bar in a second once it finishes loading. See, below my health bar, I don't have the difficulty anymore. So these guys will go down relatively quickly. This is quite a long little kind of talk here. So why are we here? The Brawlers have a reputation for Middle Earth. Yep. Being in the thick of the trouble. Yep, fine. Uncover the darkness. Meeting place at Southern Bree. Okay. So you essentially just want to face to face some ruffians, as they called it. Bill Fernie. He comes up quite a lot. I don't know his... He comes up quite a lot in the Bree storyline. I don't really know much about him, but I see his name a lot when I play this region. So it might be worth actually looking into who he is. Come at me, bro. Get him. Get him, boys. It's 2 down. Any more? Look at that majestic beard. Even if they do send more, they can't beat that beard. Woof. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Mouse Stackwart. No buts. They throw caltrops at me. Dirty tricks. What does he say now? Catch a fist. Does that damage me? It does do damage. Oh, cool. It's good to know. Note to self, stay out of the caltrops. Music's so much better than that Clan Garan noise.
I guess I was wrong. Sometimes the threat is not enough.
It's a cool looking horse. He's gone. Right. What is inside the... So I can hand in that quest again. This should be me.
You showed those ruffians not to tangle
Done.
with a brawler, did you?
That is a new battle gauntlets. Huge increase in damage. Got a new deed, good puncher. I'll make that active. And I made a mistake and I forgot to rebind my home to Mossward. It's fine. I'll grab this Southern Stable Master. So unless you grab this one, it tends to be a bit of a pain. Oh god, it's cool. So there's normally a guy here who's been online for months now. He's just stood here and he looks just like a Spartan. But I've not seen him for a while.
How can I be of service?
So can I travel to Mosswood from here? Foreign's Gate. No, I can't. So I have to go to the other gate. Which is fine. I'll quickly run to the other gate now. Just while I observe different people's looks. What's outfit one look like? Oh, looks terrible. He's got his bloody loot inside of him. It's a strange harp, just not loot. It's a really nice looking cape. Cloak of the Eager Beaver. That's quite good. I like that. We're almost at the other gate already. Bree's not that big of a town. So we're actually halfway there. These guys, because I grabbed their movement earlier, at level 20, if you have the Fate of Gumbad expansion, these guys will offer you missions. So and from there you can travel to Erebor, Gumbad itself, Tessel Bridge. I think there's another place you can go. And essentially they'll just give you missions, daily missions, which are level instances that are scaled to your level. And those instances tend to be quite difficult. They keep the difficulty of the world. So if you're playing on the max difficulty, those skirmishes will be also on max difficulty. Shout out, House of Wrath. He walked into Mordor as well. It's a good lad.
What do you need?
Now I want to go to Mosswood. Boom. Now let's go. It's me leaving the Westgate. Now once again to Mosswood. I believe the story now is that that kid that we assisted early on, that kid has now gone missing, from my understanding. So now we need to help that kid reappear. So reappear, that's a stupid thing. We need to help find that kid, not help him reappear.
You bring interesting tidings.
Okay, now going to shop. Yeah, the kid's still there for now.
More Uruk blades?
Right, these are good. It's a good upgrade.
Do something about Tegwin. He's been bothering me since this morning.
What's Tegwin doing to you? He's nice and peaceful. Did I make a mistake? I didn't upgrade my shoulder piece. I've not upgraded my shoulder piece. Never mind.
What can I do to help the village?
Right.
Can I come with you?
So Tegwin there, that child, he's asked me to do a few jobs for him to help him out. Because he wants to help the town. But at the end of the day, he is just a kid. There's not really much a kid can do. That's a really cool looking mount. I'm going to say that to everything I see, so I do apologise. Every time I see anything cool, I do have to say it. But that is cool. That's cool looking armour as well. Looks like Dane. Right. So here I just need to slaughter a load of boars, a load of birds, and then pick up some stones from the main road. So as I walk through, if I see a boar, I'll dismount and take him out. If I see a bird, same thing. But my out of combat run speed is actually relatively high, so I might just be able to sprint everywhere. Just hunt down these boars and birds. The double bees, BBs. Some birds over here. I think that's enough birds. I need to kill 4, and there might be 4 here. 4 up here as well. Punch the boar. Boom. Yeah, there's 4 birds here. Yeah. There you go, all 4 birds gone. Now I need to take out 6 more boars and clear this road from stones. Oh, I bet he's going to Gondor. Same guy again. We're doing the same quests. Cool. So this is the server lag I mentioned a couple episodes ago. Randomly you'll get a couple seconds of lag. This is a couple more than a couple of seconds of lag. But it's random. Then you're back in. Doesn't happen all the time. That's out of all these videos I've made. So I think this is the 4th episode. I've probably only had about. Well, I'm still lagging now. Actually, that's actually quite a big lag drop. I'm gonna wait for it to fix itself. I'll keep recording, see exactly how long it takes for it to fix itself. Is it going to work now? There we go. So that's about... It's like 40 seconds, 30 seconds lag. Let's grab some of these stones. As I make my way up here, I should be able to get the last of the boars. So I need 5 more. Yeah, there's 2 here. I wonder, what does the boar say? It's obviously not what the boar says. But but I don't speak Boorish. 2 more boars, 4 more stones. And once again, I forgot to set Mossward as my main town, so I'm going to have to run back there once I've completed this. Not the end of the world, it's not too far. But at this kind of point, we've cleared Mosswood, we've done Kliega, done these 2 towns here. We've done essentially completed Clan Garan. So all they're going to ask us to do is clear these 2. So once that's done, the main story pushes us to Clan Garan. From there, we have these 2 very small settlements up here. The settlement quests are about 20 minutes long each. So we're actually coming quite far to the end of this first zone. So once we complete this first zone, we'll be heading west towards Cardolan. Cardolan, I believe, will start to introduce us to the idea of delves and dungeons and instances themselves. So that'll be quite interesting to get our feet wet with. Shouldn't take us too long to get there. Maybe at a push next episode. We should be making our way there. But saying that, and yeah, I think that's a good game plan. As soon as you get into the next zone of Cardolan, we also start getting the better rewards of the barrow iron gear. So that will instantly bump us up to a better kind of gear level. Although this game doesn't have a gear score that I know of. Doesn't look like it does. Like WoW, it'll bump up my kind of gear level, which will be good. Which has delves and skirmishes and missions. I don't believe they might not scale. They do say again. They scale with the difficulty. So if I'm doing a high level delve, it may bring the wilderness, the landscape difficulty in with me. But delves are different, so I'm not 100% sure. I know that skirmishes will bring, instances won't, skirmishes will, and missions will. So I'll kind of have to play with that once we get there. There we go.
Thank you for these items.
So the boy's now no longer in the shop, so we helped out the blacksmith, but the boy's gone missing. So that's a bit annoying. You know, Geralt of Rivia has just stood there with his moustache, being all pompous, and we're, you know, saving the town. So we go around here, we see some Urukai footprints. I'm gonna question this. What was she doing? What was she doing? Is she blind? The footprints are right here. These are about 10 feet, 15 feet away from our eyes. She is legally blind. I don't think she should be allowed to carry a bow and arrow, let alone anything else.
You say the boy might have found Uruk tracks leading north?
So now it's about going back to Clan Garan, where I can start the quest to go into Wade Water. But I think we've achieved a lot this episode. So on that, if you liked the episode, if you could give this video a like, if you could subscribe to my channel, that'd be awesome. Comment down below if you're gonna think of anything you want to add. I have my Discord in the description, as well as my partner's YouTube channel in the description as well. So it's been great having you here. Have a great day and peace out.